friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I am here for layout number 4. We are here, we are at the end of the month, and this will probably be the last layout that I do with this collection. And I'm really happy with my progress thus far. But today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the papers for the 4th layout. I'm showing you, this is the collection. I will have my playlist linked so that if you are interested in what made up my kits and my previous 3 layouts, I will have all of those linked, as well as everyone who is participating in the hop or who is playing along and showing you their work via YouTube. And I think we have some Instagrammers as well. So this is my collection that I'm working with. It's called A Perfect Autumn by Carta Bella. And I struggled with this one a little bit, but I have this red piece of paper, burgundy, that I brought in from my stash. I am bringing in this dry paper, which I love. And I know this is really busy, but I'm only going to use parts of these. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And I have more of this paper in different variations, different sizes. So I am just bringing this in to represent more colors that I'm going to be bringing in. I am going to be working with these 2 beautiful photos, and I have quite a bit of photos left. And what do I do with these pocket pages? So I won't be doing a pocket page layout layout process. That didn't even sound right. I will not be doing a pocket page process video, but you will find it as part of the wrap up once I finish this layout and show you all of the layouts that I've created. I will include the pocket pages that I've done as well. I did it for the last layout. So you'll see it again. You'll see how I bring in a hybrid scrapbooking kind of technique into, not really a technique, but a style. When I have a lot of photos, I take a lot of photos. I want my photos to be part of my layouts. I don't want to have to necessarily create additional layouts for all of these. I very well could you know, add more 12 by 12 pages, but I have the pocket pages available. I have plenty of them and still in my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use up my supplies. So all that said, let's get to work. And when you next see me, I should have a finished layout to walk you through. Okay, I'm going to go have some caffeinated something and I'll be back. Hey folks, welcome back. So I am here with you to kind of walk you through the final layout. I am so happy about how this turned out, and I ended up bringing some additional tools to help me with this layout to make it look a little bit different. But I'm really enjoying the way that the just using scrap papers. I'll walk you through it. Let me just get to the point here. Okay, so I have gone ahead and overlapped. This is a 6 by 12, I believe. This is, did I do, I want to say this is probably about a 7 by 5 roughly. And then this is just a piece of scrap paper I had. I didn't measure it, but it's definitely under 6 inches. So it's probably close to 5. And I went ahead and inked. So everything that you see pretty much on this layout has been inked with the walnut stain distress ink, if you could see that. Just have my little cubes here set aside. And then I took just scraps of paper, cut them, and made these kind of banner looking things. I had a strip of this dark brown paper, and I went ahead and punched that with a border punch from my stash. So that pretty much grounds the kind of the bottom layer. I did go ahead and use my metal dies for the hearts that you'll see on the layout. These brown branches, these green leaves, all done with scrap paper from the collection I've used. I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I had to hiccup here. So for this cluster down here, you'll see the same dies, the heart, the leaves, and then I used my metal dies, again with the scrap paper, to put the month over the year. So, and then kind of just grounded that all with this label. I went ahead and took this Project Life card, or just cut apart sheet. I can't remember what it was. And it looks like ledger paper. There was quite a bit of printing and things on the card over here. So I just wanted to use this piece. And you'll see a little bit peeking out there, but I tried to cover it with the truck. And then I just finished embellishing with more stickers. This is a sticker from the sticker sheet, and my sequins. And the title is Autumn, A Perfect Autumn Day to Spend with You. This is also a sticker, and I have backed this up in foam, the photos up in foam, these hearts and these hearts up in foam. So this is essentially the layout. I have talked in previous videos, let me just set this off to the side. I have talked in previous videos how sometimes if I have a lot of photos for any particular layout, what I like to do is I like to use up what I have. So many times I use pocket pages to put the rest of my photos that I have for a particular event. If you don't have pocket pages, never bought them, or just don't have any more in your stash, they may be hard to find at this point, but I thought what I would show you is how you can create the look of the pocket page without having a pocket page, if that makes any sense. Because all it is if you look at pocket pages, there are a configuration of different photos in just obviously plastic pockets. But it's more important, if you don't have those, to just kind of think about the configuration. One, obviously taking a look at your photos and what you have, but can you mix, the configurations of the pocket pages to help you as you're working on perhaps supplemental pages that you want to have to be able to tell the full story of, the whatever event it is that you're documenting. So for this, I ended up just pretending that this was a pocket page without the plastic pockets, right? So one of the configurations that and the photos that I have were these 6 vertical photos. And I used a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, to frame. And then I had this, I brought this in from my stash here. Oh, I'm sorry for the glare. I brought this polka dot paper in because it's kind of the same hue as this. And I went ahead and I just cut my photos. I just started with 2, ended up trimming them down, and just kind of kept trimming them until they had a nice red frame around them. I did very little embellishing here, but I went on a little bit of a tangent, but you'll see I found this sticker in my fall stash. I'll get to the story in a little bit about going on a tangent. Anyway, so this sticker was in the kind of the extra partial kit that I brought in to work with. And so I ended up just layering those 2 stickers on top of one another and inking everything and pulling these 2 leaves in that same kind of reddish orangish color to kind of just make it pop. I do have it on foam, so it does pop a little bit off the layout so that at least something is grounding it, and your eye kind of goes there with the dimension. So here are the 2 pages, and I wanted to show you sometimes how little I do for these pocket pages because there's so much going on. Because I just really, if I love the pictures, can't see myself throwing them away. They're not copies of anything that I've put already in. This is how I would use my pocket pages. And you don't have to use, if you do have pocket pages, you don't have to use them in the configuration that they come in. For example, this was originally this had 3 other pockets over here, and I just cut them. So you may think, oh, well, that's wasted, but I actually keep them. I have a fuse tool, so a lot of times I'll use them for other different things, like around the holidays, or I don't know, just different things, sometimes not even related to crafting. So here's the front of the pocket page, and here is the back, where I've done a little bit more embellishing here and here. There was a sticker that was, you are the apple of my eye. And this is Snow White. And if you remember the story about Snow White. So I thought that was cute. And this is her and her dad. And then here I just went ahead and layered 2 stickers just because, you know, when I think of fall, obviously I think of pumpkins, but I also think of apples. So, and this was on the sticker sheet, and when am I ever going to use those? So that is essentially, this is layout 4, but it really comprises these 3 different projects. I am going to show you and do a little bit of a wrap up here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you, I'm not going to spend any time kind of walking you through each of the previous layouts, but I am going to show you what I was able to make. So here we have, let me just put these aside over here. So those are the 3 layouts. So this is layout number 1, if you remember, if you've been watching. I will have the playlist with my previous videos, including the one where I show you the original collection and collections, I guess, because I brought in that partially used one. And I'll also have the folks linked that are going to be participating in the collection obsession. So here's another pocket page I did as a companion to this one. So if you can think of it like in an album like this. Perfect. And I don't worry too much about the back side because I just don't stress over stuff like that. So it is what it is. I'll figure it out. Sometimes I just put white paper in the back. Sometimes I can work off of it and create other pages, but I don't usually I don't usually stress too much about it. So I'm just going to cover these for a second. Oh, there, it's backwards. So this is layout number 2. And, oh, yep. Oh, no, now I'm too far over here. So that's layout number 2, another 2-page layout. So here's 2. Look at all these projects. Okay. Here is layout number 3. Oop. Let's see, something like that. There's layout number 3. Layout number 3 does come with a partial pocket page, so it's not a full one. So here is the pocket page. Sorry for the glare. Try to go off here. Yep. And there's that pocket page. So those are all of the layouts. So if you, I mean, depending on, if you're a counter of layouts, I often do. I will count pages versus actual layouts. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 layouts. And that's not counting the pocket pages. Okay, so let me set those aside. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to, what I am left with for right now. And I'm going to start with the partial kit first. Does that make sense? No, maybe I'll start with the full kit. So this does not include, I kind of put the papers that the cardstock that I brought in, I set off to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have these 5 papers still left, which is great. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with the collections. These are the scrap papers I have left for this collection. Some of them are the cut-aparts. So that's that. And here is my sticker sheet. So I didn't use any of the alphas. I don't know if I care for the shape of them, but I did try to use as much of the stickers as I could. So made a big dent in the collection. And here is what I have left of, I mean, this was a partial. I don't think I had any full sheets of paper for this, but I definitely dwindled down my stack of scraps. Some of these are like from, even from my stash, like this, the dark brown paper. I just saw a dark brown. Maybe it was in the other. No, this was in my, this is from my own collection, the sweater weather paper. So yeah, so these are just my little scraps. I've used a whole bunch of the stickers. And I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with the stickers. I did use the, I think these are almost positive basic gray alphas. I did go ahead and use a bunch of them. Not, obviously I haven't used them all up, but that wasn't the purpose of this particular challenge or series. It's just about getting 4 layouts done. So that is my paper. So here I'm going to show you, I did not use my enamel dots. I used quite a few sequins. I used the orange ones that I wanted to use, so I just cut down that. This is, I'm going to put this in with the kit, so just so I remember. I'm actually going to take this one off because this was not the right color. I mean, it's not the right mood and feel anyway, but it just wasn't the right color. When I put it and backed it, it was way too corally. So I'm just going to keep these two on there for now. I'll put that with the collection. So here are my 3 washi tapes I had brought in. I used my photo corners. Here are some of the stamps that I did use. I did end up using, oh, you know what? I can put this Watch Me Grow on that one where she's standing next to the height. Okay, I'm going to leave that off to the side here. Here's some more stamps. And these are, I've been doing my journaling in some of these, and this is the one that I bent. So that's that. And I've used, I did use some of these. These are more, these remind me more of like Thanksgiving, like this grateful and thankful blessings, that kind of stuff. But so I'm just going to find a space for those, and I am going to put them back into my stash. So my little tangent. So I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna start doing this while I have you guys. So I went on a little bit of a tangent because I was looking. I wasn't feeling the embellishments I had pulled for. I don't even know. I think it might have been the last layout. And so I started. Let me find the layout here. And I started to go through my fall folder where I have all of my themed embellishments. And, oh, right here. It was just so jam-packed with stuff that I was like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work. Like, I was like, I can't, I'm looking for something specific to fall and not Halloween. And so I don't particularly have, I didn't think I had a lot of Halloween because I don't really scrap too much about Halloween. I love lots of things about Halloween, but I don't usually scrap them. So anyway, you know, I have obviously over the years have had kids dress up for Halloween, all that. My little niece now is going through that phase of going out, you know, trick-or-treating. And so anyway, I had decided that I was, oh yeah, right there, that I was going to go ahead and just separate them. Oh my gosh, it turned, my desk was covered, you guys. It was insane how much stuff I had. At least now I've categorized it. So like all the leaves and like sunflowers and stuff, they're all together. Just trying to put this on straight. And I don't care, like if it left, I don't care about that, because I could, if I wanted to use this, I could use it partially. I don't think I have anything for time to party, so we'll leave that on there. Here's one where I don't like how bulky these are because they're like double foam taped. So this is one that I took off. I'm just gonna set it right there. But yeah, so it turned into a huge mess, but now my stuff is organized. I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I just heard something fall. All right, so there you have it, you guys. There's that one is completed. Look at all these layouts. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have been watching and enjoying the Collection Obsession series, I will be doing my best to head into October with another collection. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, see you soon.